Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Monday night here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Matthew, your somewhat mangled Dungeon Master for this evening. Before we get started with everything, a couple of quick announcements we want to make. First, to everyone watching this live tonight, or if you happen to catching it at a later point on YouTube, so say, hope everyone who celebrated had a happy holiday last weekend, and had safe, had fun, whatever you may have been doing. With that being said, we're going to jump into our friends and sponsors. You can put an exclamation point CCG into our chat. That'll get you a link to our friends down in Evans, Georgia, called Cardboard Castle Games. Check them out. If you happen to swing by their brick and mortar location, let them know we sent you. You can also use exclamation point Little Dragon. That'll get you a link to our friends Little Dragon Corp. They are based out of Canada. Once you're on their website, they've got all sorts of dice and other tabletop role-playing type stuff. You can use a discount code BONUS to save 15% off your order. And they do ship global, so definitely check them both out and let them know we sent you. With that being said, we're going to jump into last time because it's been a couple of weeks. Our party has made their way out of the city of Sundabar. They had a somewhat interesting experience meeting Emil's family. Well, at least most of his family. And based on Artemis's brief mental communication with their benefactor, it was decided after everything was said and done that they should probably get out of the city before the benefactor showed up. They took their journey out of the city, eventually made camp, and at some point in the middle of the night, our party was alerted to the approach of a dragon. At least most of our party was. Somehow Emil managed to sleep through everyone shouting to awaken at the notice of the dragon. Emil, waking to find a dragon standing above him, immediately thinks, "I'ma banish it." The dragon chuckled and proceeded to terrorize the poor youngster. Eventually, the party made everything right, though, had the conversation with their benefactor and their young Stan friend, Boo-Boo. Climbed up with him to fly off into the night sky, leaving behind the gift of the petrified rat on a leather cord. And that is where we pick up this evening. Tonight's session is the next morning. You all have gotten a decent night's sleep, including Emil, after Murdoch and the rest of the party was able to sort of calm you down. But you awake the next morning, and if I remember, you guys were still planning on swinging by the Nether Mountains, and that was your next destination.
Right.
Okay. So as you guys are heading that direction, do you guys have any plans? What's your plan of approach to this? The Nether Mountains is a fairly large sort of expanse of mountains. You guys would have had some conversations with Rose based on where she had said that her clan was based out of the Nether Mountains. You know that there were mentions of a set of caves called the Thousand Maws that you know was home to a rival clan to Rose's clan. This one being the Thousand Fists Orcs. Let's see here. Trying to check here. And there is a... sorry, just checking my notes on this one more time. Wrong button. Okay, where the heck are you? Okay, yep. So, yeah, so you've got a couple of different spots that you've been mentioned to. Anything in specific, or what have you guys made a plan of attack to approach this?
Not really, but I think we're looking for two things here in general. The assassin's hideout, I think, for Sarah's thing, as well as finding this place that Emil ran away from, if it is here.
Yep. So Sarah and the group would remember that the original conversation that was had with who everyone thought was Albert at that time, the city of Ascor was mentioned, which is located just north of the Nether Mountains on the other side of the Arn Forest. But again, they did mention in passing as well some things about the Nether Mountains.
Emil would be familiar with Castle, or rather, his sister would be at Castle Hardwick?
That was the other location that was mentioned, was that a lot of the individuals were being sent up there.
Okay.
Basically, they were initially brought to a location, and then basically whatever was being done, they were then being shipped off to this castle, which is even further north.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how possible would it be for Emil to maybe retrace his steps from his escape?
Emil, go ahead and make a survival check for me.
Okay.
And I'll say, given how close you are to the city right now, I'll give you advantage on this one.
Okay. Uh, 13 on the die. Let me get my character sheet. Uh, 14.
Okay. So, as you're as everyone's having this conversation, sort of planning out what you think the approach is going to be, you remember coming out of the Nether Mountains, fairly high, basically a little higher up the mountain face. So you're not certain that where you were was really like deep down into them. You know that when you came out, you had a little bit of work to sort of go down the mountains. You went down and then basically turned and headed west to get back to Sundabar.
Okay.
Or rather, we're heading back that direction. And eventually ended up in Silvery Moon due to where you had come out. So your best guess, and again, for those of you who are in Roll20, I've got it pulled up on the map here. Your best guess at this point, looking at the map that the sort of party's showing with you as you're playing your approach, is that you came out somewhere on this southern face of the Nether Mountains, just a little bit north of the High Forest.
Okay.
Go ahead, do me one more favor and make an intelligence check for me.
All right.
Or history, if that's better for you.
Let's. Uh, 15.
Oh, okay. So that's enough given your proximity to your where you're from. So you would know that when you came down, that sort of clearing right north of the forest that you passed by, heading to the west, you would know that that is a location known as Turnstone Pass. And it seems we have our Sigma, so let me kick myself out of here. Make sure everyone still looks correct. Yeah. So you're pretty sure if you guys were to head basically south a little ways and sort of curl around that eastern point of the mountain, you're pretty confident you should be able to find your way back to the entrance you came out of.
Okay, yeah, and I would have relayed all of this. So
Want to go there to look for your sister, or go straight to Castle Hartwick?
I mean, if we plan to stop at the Nether Mountains anyway, we could certainly look while we're there.
Well, if not, we could go straight from Sunderbar to Asgard, and avoid the mountains. Looks like.
I mean, Sarah, you guys already had plans to go to the mountains, right? So I mean, I don't want to stop that.
Actually, I think we were going to the mountains mostly for Rose, too.
I mean, if it's on the way, I mean, we could.
Just a matter if we want to go around the mountains or through them.
Considering the mountains are really big, I just look up at them.
Yeah.
Maybe it's better we go to the towns around, and then if we need to go to the mountains after, maybe we'll have a better idea where to look. Instead of just trotting around mountains.
I agree.
We could gather some information and then use one of the towns as a foothold, as it were, just in case.
Especially if they're transporting these people from the mountains to the castle north. Unless they're just trudging through the wilderness, they probably have to pass through one of these settlements. And, you know, they would have some sort of path there. So I feel like they're not transporting people just willy-nilly off the roads. They probably have a route that they take.
Makes sense.
If we happen to catch some of them along that route, then those would be people who would know exactly where we need to go.
We
I
should probably
agree.
just canvass the town as well and see what, if any, sort of sentiment they have towards these people. Be an idea.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's not the case, but who knows if they're like helping them? Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. But I do agree. I think we should check in with a local settlement before we just start hiking into random caves.
Which one do we want to go to first, I guess, then? Are we going to go all the way to Ascor? Is there a smaller one on the map that I don't see?
So based, actually, we'll go ahead. Emil, make a survival check for me.
I think it might be like a hamlet or something.
Yeah. Oh boy, that's a 2.
Okay, so as you're thinking about, as you're sort of racking your mind, as you don't really head out, like most people from Sunderbar, they're dealing with trade, things like that. They're going to be heading the other direction. They're going for Silvery Moon. They're going towards like Lord's Alliance, bigger cities. They're not heading out this direction. As you're thinking about it, you know that Ascor was always known as a very famous port city. That was the port city, give me a second, right, of the Delzoon nation of dwarves. You would also remember that there is a much smaller settlement that is very difficult to find, called Gravelwood, which is located basically right at the edge of the Arn Forest, which is a settlement completely of nothing but rock gnomes.
Okay, yeah, so I would relate that. Yeah, there was
Whoa.
oh yeah, a small village of rock gnomes, I believe, mainly. Other than that, we us from Sundabar didn't really ever travel that direction too much, so.
Hmm.
That's certainly an option then. I'm one of those. I'm a rock gnome. You get
Oh,
in with
cool.
them. Good, buddy,
Oh.
buddy.
Okay,
I know I
it's-
don't look as dirty and covered in rocks, and I don't live in a cave or anything. I don't know if they.
Wait, are rock gnomes made of rock?
No,
You
I
don't
don't
look like
think
you're made
so.
of rock.
No, I think it was just a stereotype, but I mean, I live by the sea, and I'm not like absurdly smooth or anything from falling in the ocean, so I think we're good.
Yeah, do we want to try there first? I know it's near the border of the Arn Forest, but I think it's kind of known to be difficult to find. But
We could aim for there and hit Asgore after, and then up north if we don't hear anything else.
Can't be any more difficult to find than scouring an entire mountain range for a single cave,
yeah, that's true. So
True.
Oof,
or
touche.
1,000 caves. I think that we should.
As long as it's rock and gnomes, perfectly fine.
As opposed to
As opposed to rock what?
Supposed to what?
Dwarfs?
Oh,
Oh.
because
No,
of the
that-
kidnappings.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Trail.
Is this rat thing
Right.
magic? Do we know that? I'm kind of suspicious about it.
I mean, you can detect magic?
I cannot.
You cannot?
I used to.
Oh, oh! I'm sorry. Yes,
Oh.
that was part of your Sherbulg magic.
Hmm.
I want to know why you're carrying it at all.
They said it was good luck or something.
Mm-hmm. But like, why?
That's why I wanted to know if it was magical or not, 'cause then I'll stop carrying it.
Give me
I'll
a
detect
sec.
magic on it.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna just be a rat.
It is gonna be petrified red. It's okay.
So, as you are holding up the petrified rat and fears you detect magic, it is a very dead, very stiff rat.
Yeah. The rat of the magus. My God.
It's just a rat that's been petrified. It's very dead and probably not very healthy to keep around, honestly.
What
Just
was
do
Rich's rat's name? Oh, pate.
Yeah.
just do what the kids say. Just yote it into the forest.
Well, I
Don't you
mean, any diseases, if it's like beyond petrified, you'd think that like nothing's kind of just like living on it anymore, since it's like.
But what happens if it
But
goes
it's
dead?
icky. It's icky and gross, and I don't want to look at it. I don't like it.
Oh,
I
alright.
don't. It's icky.
Oh, yoted. It's yoted.
In the D&D universe, this is what they actually said. You're not misinformed. It's just that's what it is in this
This is
universe.
canon, yes.
It's not me, it's the kids who are wrong. I couldn't be a problem. I'm an educated woman. Okay. East towards the Arn Forest.
Sure.
Yes.
And I guess we can keep our eyes out and see if there's anyone who happens to come across our path and they're like taking prisoners with them. I mean, sometimes that happens. Sometimes things just come across the path.
We're running away.
Sometimes you
again.
just get a flaming goblin and falling out
Yeah.
of the sky.
Sometimes you almost get it again.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys are keeping your eyes out, looking if you see anybody. And as you start out, you do see that there is I'll call it a road. It's very sort of loose, though. Think like backwater Southern America, like dirt trail type road. There's something you can see that there was probably at one point a lot of travel on this route, but as you guys have become somewhat familiar with traveling over the last little bit of time, you're recognizing that there doesn't seem to be a whole lot going on at least this stretch of where you are. But
You know the thing about the flaming goblin, though? They're just artists, just like talking while they're walking. I have dispel magic. I could have dispelled the magical fire on this goblin to save him.
It was
But I
magical
didn't.
fire?
Yeah,
I
was gonna
believe
ask
I
you
was
if
the
it
only one
was
awake.
magical.
Yeah, I think you were too.
I don't remember. I might have woken somebody up. I don't remember.
I
I
think I
don't
remember
believe
you I think you just watched it.
No, I ran after it.
I
And-
want to say, I thought somebody tried like tidal wave or
Yeah, I
some
think
other.
I tried tidal wave or like water and just like threw some water at him and he just like ran through it unscathed and on fire.
Yeah, it didn't work. Yep.
Yeah, but the fire wasn't eating him alive,
Alive,
either.
no.
So that's why we thought it was magical. But
Yeah.
we never
Okay,
did
right,
try
right.
to dispel it.
And
No,
that
I totally
goblin
could have. I do have
It's
that.
still on fire somewhere.
was
Somewhere.
Albert Einstein.
He's just going
You
to
have
loop
now
back
learned
around.
what Sarah's real last name is.
What?
Sarah?
Albert.
Oh
I-
no!
Sarah, Sarah Einstein. Yeah,
You know, come to think of it, the goblin was kind of running in this direction.
like Beinstein, but with an E. That's how she'd say it.
We come across another flaming goblin, and it just so happens to be. Well, we didn't get his name. He was kind of up to other things.
I think he was talking to.
Sure. While we're walking, I mean, is there any magic between all of us that we could possibly use to help locate Emil's sister? Do we have anything?
I mean, I have the locate spells, but they're only good within a mile.
Yeah.
And there's scrying, but we haven't seen her. We haven't seen her before.
Mhm.
Oh, do you have scrying, Emil? Can you scry on your sister?
No, I don't know that. I don't think I know anything that could help in that regard.
We're not really diviners.
No, I do have scrying because of one of my lovely orbs, but
Yeah, but to scry on a person, you'd need to have seen them.
mhm.
Hmm.
How
Maybe
good of an
that-
artist are you, Emil?
I was gonna say maybe that could have been what
Uh,
seeing the body would have helped with.
Could it be like a
My God.
likeness of the person, or it has to be the actual person?
I think scrying lets you use a picture, if I quickly look it up, since we
Yeah.
have people that have the spell.
We have it unofficially.
Yeah. They get a bonus to the it's harder to do, but from a likeness or picture, you can try to scry on somebody. So like if someone tried to disguise self and make themselves look at them, or if you drew her, you could try. Do you have any of her possessions? Something that she owned?
No, I did. No, I don't have anything of hers on me. I mean, she looks kind of like me, just with longer hair. I mean, we're twins.
Okay. But
I mean, I could always try it.
Yeah, so essentially what it would be is we know of her second hand, so she has a +5 to the save. But if we had a likeness or a picture, that gives it a -2, so then that becomes a +3. But it also says that the target will know if the spell is being cast on them, and it can fail the saving throw voluntarily.
Could we just thinking back, since we were in Emil's house, was there by
Yeah, we
chance
did
like
see
a
pictures.
painting or
family
something we
photos,
passed?
Yeah, or paintings.
A portrait?
Yeah,
I think there was in the when you
I
opened
think
the
that was
family room.
just. I thought that was just of. Oh no, that
Oh.
was of everybody.
There was a family portrait.
Oh.
So who is going to be the one attempting to cast the spell?
If they want to. I was just thinking while we were walking.
I should say, if someone wants to, who's going to make the attempt? Who has it?
I have the spell. I don't have it prepared at the moment, but I could do it.
Okay.
I'll do it.
We're still on Mage Hand.
And then once you scry on them, you would be able to cast Sending on them, whoever sees her.
Yeah, I don't have sending, so
True, I've got both.
I do have scry. I can scry at a moment's notice.
Well, if you're the one that knows both, perhaps maybe you would be the best to do it if you wanted to. Do you have both of those spells prepared today? No?
I don't have them prepared today.
So
I
we
do
could...
not have.
it's going
I
to
do
take
not
us
have-
a couple days to get across this land.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, definitely.
So we could do... This could be something that we do starting tomorrow, on our way to still try and get to this little
For sure.
village.
Sure.
There's also the fact that we talk to... but this is like out of range of Sarah because I don't want her to freak out too much. But there's also the fact that we can also talk to Albert now that the spell is complete and we have the materials for it.
Right. Do you think that'd be helpful right now?
I don't necessarily know if it's helpful for finding Emil's sister, but anything that keeps Sarah behaving well is good, and getting to talk to him is gonna calm her nerves a bit. So helpful in the sense of it makes our friend feel better, hopefully.
My gosh, the granny is getting closer to the screen. Okay.
And I mean that's something like I think any three of us three can do that. And I bought some of the material for it, so I could do it with her.
What was the material again?
Diamond dust.
Diamond dust or powdered diamond, however you want to call it.
Diamond dust.
To the value of
500? What's that?
500,
Yeah.
500
Okay,
gold
I just
pieces.
have diamonds. Okay.
Yes. So, yeah.
Well, that can be something on the list we do as well while we travel.
Okay. Oh, I've talked too long, and it looks like Furia's like getting a good like 50 feet ahead of everybody else. So,
So you guys continue along your way. First day's travel, setting up camp, everything runs nice and smooth. You all wake up the next morning, have your meals. As you continue on your way in the second day, Art, are you going to attempt to scry?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I will.
So before you do that, do me a favor and make an intelligence check for me. We're going to see how well you remember that painting you were looked at for a couple of minutes in their house.
Intelligence, my guy. 28.
Alrighty then. You are pretty
I
sure.
I couldn't make conversation. I was just like, what do I look at?
You're pretty sure you got a pretty good image of what she looked like at the time the painting was painted.
Right. We don't know. Okay.
does she also wear a blindfold?
No, she does not.
It's just you.
He's got special eyes.
Look with your special eye.
My brand.
Okay.
Okay, I will cast scrying.
Okay, so let's see here. You have. Okay, so it was.
So,
And what's the spell save DC for this? It uses the. Is it yours or is it through the orb?
It is through the orb.
Okay, let me take a look here. Just can't remember if it's supposed to be yours or if it has its own for it. Okay. Turns, has the spells. Okay, DC 18. Okay.
I gotta remember that you can try and scry on anybody that you've just heard of in passing.
Okay, so as you cast your spell and you feel that somewhat, you feel that sensation again as you reach out and you place your hand on your orb to cast it. As you feel the hands from within the orb seem to almost reach out and sort of grab hold of your hands in this sort of supported it. You feel supported, like they're keeping you up through this. And as you feel the sensation, your vision seems to pull back up into the sky, staring down. As you seem to hit a wall as you pull out and then immediately get like pulled right back down. Did not seem to connect, unfortunately.
Art will just kind of like place the orb back in their pack and kind of blink a little bit dazed.
Well, anything?
No, it seems like they're blocking spells of that kind. So I don't know if it's something similar to Well, we previously ran into a room where they basically had nullified all magic. Perhaps this is the same sort of deal.
Okay, so I guess maybe it means she's still okay, and they're just blocking all spells.
I mean, as far as I would be able to, because the spell went through, I was just blocked.
Hmm.
I'm not necessarily knowing what kind of comfort that would give you, but I mean, it didn't just go kaput, so I
Okay.
believe that.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I mean, it's. Thanks for trying. I mean, it's.
We'll figure it out.
Hmm. Well, there foregoes the rest of ascending and things. Well.
We've got other ideas.
Hmm.
And Emil's deduction is pretty likely that they're probably not on the move. As having something of that nature that is portable, if it's like what we saw on that place with those large orbs, for example, that's not easily moved. So could be in one place.
As the day continues on, you guys get it's about midday. It's a beautiful sort of clear day as you're traveling along the road. All of you go ahead and make a perception check for me.
3.
It's one of those Murdoch perception days. 5.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
22.
Ooh,
And Art.
18.
It's
Okay.
just me.
So basically, everyone who's above a 15 notices this immediately. Lydia, you actually catch this first. As you're walking, you can see off on the side of the road, you can see what looks to be we'll call them the ruins. It looks like a very old, sort of beaten up, just broken down cart. Looks like it's been sitting there for years. But as you're walking and just sort of notice that and don't think too much of it, you catch a glint. The sunlight is reflecting off of a bright, shining red object within the debris.
Okay. That's fun. Look over there. That's something that we could look at.
Oh yeah, I think I see that too. There's something reflecting over there.
Why would somebody abandon a cart and leave something so shiny behind?
Maybe it was an ambush or something. I don't know. Or
Oh,
a
yeah, there's a cart.
trap.
Someone left a cart.
Yeah.
It's a little broken down for that, Murdoch.
Murdoch, look at the
Sorry.
shiny thing.
I don't.
It's over there.
Like, yeah, see,
What
it's,
color
it's
is
red.
it?
It's
red.
bright
It's right-
red.
I'm wearing red glasses. Everything is red. I can't see a shining red thing.
Take your glasses off.
Then it's blurry and I can't see.
Is it red and blurry?
It's just blurry.
Would walk closer. We walk.
Okay.
So it's, those of you who are choosing to get a little closer, it looks like there is a decent-sized red gemstone
I don't think we should touch that.
That feels
I'll
very
poke it with my
trap-like.
quarterstaff.
Oh, you're real close, huh?
Okay.
You just
5 feet away?
Just
Yeah,
go.
I'm gonna back up.
tap it a couple of times. Nothing happens.
Okay.
Look safe to me. I go over and grab it.
No, Rogue, you're supposed to look
No.
for
I back
gems.
up quickly.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
Do me a favor, Sarah. Roll 2d6.
This happens every time you touch glowing things.
Anything.
Anything, really.
Evan?
Okay. You watch as Sarah vanishes.
This happens all the
And
time.
as you
Not
watch
again.
as the body of your stabby grandma disappears, and you watch as a red gem falls to the ground
Damn it! It happened again!
and rolls up. Sarah,
Oh god.
you are
Matthew, did
staring.
you trap me inside a gemstone again?
You are staring up at the sky.
Matthew!
What are you?
I'm blaming him!
What are you trying to do?
I'm slowly inching forward and poking the red gem again with my quarterstaff.
Which
while
one? There are now two.
Sarah's
Banging on the
deciding
glass.
what to do.
Sarah, as you're laying on the ground looking up at the sky, all of a sudden you see a massive circular piece of
Oh
wood
god.
slamming into your face.
Am I able to, like, bang on the glass or something? Or am I just,
Don't
like...
poke the
As
fish
you try
tag.
to
Do not
bang,
tap on the glass, please.
you realize you
What?
don't have arms.
You're not in a gem, you are a gem.
Oh,
Oh no.
dang it. If I yell, does the gem make noise?
Are you trying?
I'm yelling.
What are you saying?
Sarah!
Furia, the gem is yelling your name, and it sounds just like Sarah.
I immediately stop poking the gem. I like stand up straight, like the rest of the party. I'm like, why?
What happened?
It happened again!
Yeah,
This has happened before?
It's happened before.
Yes, you remember that one time I got stuck inside of, like, another gem of some kind, the sapphire or something?
What? No,
You're the note taker.
Furia doesn't know. I know.
You're not there.
You and Lydia, I think were the only ones that knew. You, Lydia, and Art, maybe. Everybody else wasn't in the room.
Lydia, it happened again.
Granny, what did we talk about touching random things that aren't ours?
Furia touched it and she was fine. So
Off their
I
hands.
thought.
Well,
Uh,
who wants to pick her up?
I mean,
I'm worried that there's gonna be a
Is it
chain
safe?
effect.
Well,
yeah.
touching it with wood was fine. So what about like a piece of leather around her or a cloth?
Can
Put
we
her in a
dispel
bag of
this?
holding?
Yeah, do we know how to fix this? I mean, if it's
Yeah, should we
happened
just
once
spell it?
before.
I mean, she's really portable. Let's just think on this for a moment.
Artemis.
Really easy to keep out of trouble.
That's exactly.
All right, you two, that's very funny, but I think that we should have our halfling back.
No, magical lessons would be very difficult for this.
You can make this a lesson.
Lydia, would
Yeah.
you think a greater restoration would work?
Oh yeah, let's try that.
I don't have it prepared
I do
today,
have that
but
prepared.
I don't know if it
What
would
if-
work.
I'm just worried, like,
Or
that you have to touch, and so then you touch.
Oh yeah, that's true.
or dispel magic.
I do have. Do I have to spell magic today? Yes, I do.
I don't have either of those today.
I do have both those today.
I do have dispel magic. I did use scrying though, so that kind of was a big spell for me.
Yeah, we
Okay.
could also, I mean, without touching it, maybe identify it.
Oh
I mean, it's obviously magical, but maybe that would give us more insight on what this thing
I
actually
think that's a
is.
good idea. Actually.
And it only hold one person at a time, or be one person at a time. And I'm like, I'm now right over the gem looking, and I don't see her inside. I just see a gem, right?
Right.
Okay.
Correct.
You are
You
right.
don't see her within. You see the gem, and as far as you're concerned, it is a mirror image of the one that is about 2 feet away. That's a little closer to the remains of the cart. But they look identical. If you didn't hear a voice coming out of this one, you'd have no idea which is which.
And I do a quick check around the nearby vicinity to see if there are any other gems just lying around, as if other people have gotten stuck in this.
Sure, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Lord.
That would suck and be kind of funny. Okay. Math. 17.
Okay. As you're looking around, and I'm assuming being a little careful to avoid accidentally touching things,
It's like a minefield.
you do not see any other gems laying around. What you do find is on the far side of the cart, so on the basically the southern side, a little bit closer to the mountain, you do see some smaller booted footprints. They are old, but it looks like if there was anything here, it may have been taken.
If I put
Okay.
my feet up beside the kind of like footprints, are they kind of like my foot shape?
They are humanoid. They aren't like clawed. Like you don't think it's kobold or a creature. It looks humanoid.
Hey
Yeah, but like
guys.
size-wise, are they like
Size-wise,
closer
they're very
to-
similar to yours.
Hey guys. If you're going to be transporting a whole bunch of magically powerful people,
Oh. And through,
wouldn't it be useful for them to be portable?
And if they moved it through mountains, it could just look like it's just regular, like, gem.
Right, but this is a cut gem. You don't get cut
Right.
gems out of the side of a mountain.
True.
Well, when it's well known for being populated by dwarves, being brought somewhere else to be sold or traded.
That's true. I mean,
I
but if
think-
they're... Yeah, no, they're not just taking... It's possible. It's possible.
Yeah.
Or this could just be a trap set by some small creature.
It could be.
Or it could be a very elaborate trap to keep people away from Gravelwood.
It also could be. I would like to try and cast. Well, not try and cast. I will cast Unseen Servant, and I will see if my lovely Jeeves can pick up the not Sarah gem, as he is not a creature.
Also,
That
do
he
you
is
guys
not.
want to like? Do you want me to start on a identify ritual?
Why don't you start on that?
All right,
Jeeves is able to pick it up without a problem.
let me just clear this grass here and put out some candles and give me a hot minute.
Didn't think of that.
No, DM did not think of that. So, Sarah, you're still staring at the sky. And you watch as a red gem just floats over your head.
Wrong one!
We're working on you, dear.
Oh, okay. Take your time. I'm just stuck in a gemstone.
Are you cold?
Actually, a little balmy in here.
Artemis,
Can
are
I
you
move me into the shade?
No.
Artemis,
Oh, wait, hear you.
are you doing the ritual on the Sarah gem?
I was under the impression that you were moving the gem towards me so I could easily
Yes.
attempt my job. Okay, yes.
Yes,
Okay.
I will have. I'm having Jeeves hold it, and they can turn it
Yeah.
and stuff for you while you
Oh,
do the
well, thank you.
Because he's around for an hour, so that should be long enough for you to do a ritual casting.
Oh, yeah, it's only 10 minutes, so. We Gucci.
Okay.
Oh, it's Gucci.
Now, I want to make sure as Artemis has started setting up this ritual that Artemis is good with this. Identify requires you to be touching the object for the entirety of the spell.
Forgot about that.
Hmm.
So that's why as you're setting this up, all of a sudden you get that flash in the back of your head and you're like,
Whoopsie daisy. Let me pick these candles back up. Hey, how about we just dispel magic?
Alright, let's try that.
On the Sarah gem or on the actual gem? If we do it on the actual gem, will the Sarah gem stay?
I think
I don't know.
because
I mean, I could prepare the spell for tomorrow. If not, we don't have enough to do more than one today.
I can do today. Well, which one do you want me to target then? The Sarah gem or the not Sarah gem?
I think target the my opinion is target the Sarah gem so that if there's if there's something in this, that we don't have to deal with that if we specifically want Sarah back. Because what I'm thinking is, you're right. Identify, you have to touch it. I think if I have at a later time when we're not traveling, maybe at camp, if I have Jeeves hold it for me, I might be able to spend a short rest with it, which doesn't require me to have to touch it. I can just spend a longer amount of time examining it, and I might be able to discern something with it. So I might be able to have it put in my bag of holding here.
Okay.
So I'd
So
say
I'm
try
gonna-
to get Sarah.
I'm gonna roll to dispel magic on the Sarah gem.
okay.
Do I add anything to that?
Dispel magic, yes. You, when you're rolling at it, you make an ability check using your spellcasting modifier. So it'll be a d20 plus your wisdom mod.
Ooh, that's only a 13.
Okay, as you cast the spell, nothing
Yeah.
happens.
I don't think I did that well enough. I could try again.
Just, you can do it.
Okay.
You will do it. I'll give you a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Because you can use those on these because it's an ability check. So you have a d10.
Okay, so that's good. So I rolled a 9, so that's a 14. And then I'll roll the d10, which is a 10. Yay!
Ooh.
Okay, so let me double check something real quick here before I say this.
If we can't do it, at least she's in a gem and her husband's in a bottle, and they kind of got the same thing going on.
Oh my god.
I might be
We
in a
could try
gem,
again
Artemis,
later.
but I can hear.
I am still holding.
We could just put her in the bag of holding and
Yeah.
take her out later.
Lydia, as you feel the magic take
damaged.
hold once again, and you know you've poured everything you have into this.
Yes.
So I think that you rolled like a 24, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you pour everything you've got into this, and as you look down, it seemed to have no effect.
Ah,
Oh no.
guys.
well.
That is,
Guess it's
doesn't
not
fix it.
not that easy.
I wonder, with my knowledge of magic and the extensive library in my manor, would I know anything about what kind of magic is at work here?
Go ahead and make a you're a charisma caster, right?
Yes.
So I'll call it make a charisma check because we're going to use your
Okay.
your spellcasting modifier. I don't like telling you to make an Arcana. That's intelligence based. You're
Okay. 27.
okay. You're not as familiar with the divine magics that Lydia's using.
Yeah.
But watching her cast that incantation, you would be fairly certain that this is not a normal magical effect. You would know that Dispel Magic will remove, will cancel out effects from a spell, things of that nature. If Lydia's casting of Dispel Magic didn't work, this isn't the result of a spell.
Okay.
It's not a spell.
Yeah, so I would relay that to the party.
Well, I think somebody tomorrow can try Greater Restoration. That's the only other thing I can think of that I think
I can
we can do.
right
Yeah,
now.
I
I
mean-
have that prepared, but
If it's not a spell that's doing this, I don't know.
Right, but I mean, Greater Restoration can undo effects. It's not
yes.
just undo spells.
Do have greater rest prepared. It will consume some diamond dust, but that's okay. Do you think it's okay if I hold the Sarah gem?
We're not fully
Mm,
sure.
Yeah,
Right.
we really haven't
I-
touched it since Sarah touched it.
It shouldn't be one of the people that, if we're gonna test if we can hold the Sarah gem, it shouldn't be one of the people that can cast Greater Restoration.
Resto.
Right.
So
What if we do investigation tonight and then tomorrow?
Yeah, hold
Do
off on trying to handle it for now.
Because,
Yes,
I mean, it doesn't seem like Sarah's in danger. She's just not herself.
I could possibly, I could probably have Jeeves put the gem in a pouch, and then when I want to look at it tonight, I'll have him hold it for me.
Oh, well then. Sarah?
Don't put Sarah in a pouch.
I heard.
This might be, we'll get you back, to your former self. Just... hard be it me to, scold you now that you're in this position, but please... try... some caution next time, please. You can check for traps and things like that, and... you know.
It's not a spell.
Is charm different from a spell?
Hmm?
Is a charm different from a spell?
Charm is an effect that can be caused by a spell.
Okay.
Am I like in a void, or am I just like face up against the window?
Neither. As far as you're concerned, you are laying flat on your back.
Okay.
You
Oh.
are literally a talking gemstone.
Okay.
Okay.
No arms, no legs. It's like, picture a Chaos Emerald from Sonic. You're
Yeah.
just laying back, and that face that's facing up, basically that is your eyes and your mouth.
Okay.
You can
And from
see-
my perspective, I am on the ground.
from your perspective, you're on the ground, and again, when Fury reached out, your face is basically that front face of the gem. So when Furia put her quarterstaff down there, this thing looks like somebody's taken a tree stump and is just gonna smash it into your face.
Okay.
Okay. So I was trying to figure out if I was in a void that I could like explore, but no, I am.
You're still
I'm on the
right where
floor.
you're standing. You're just a rock.
Oh.
I want to take my medicine kit and wrap my hand in bandages, and then pick Sarah up off the ground and kind of face her towards the group. Can I do that?
Sarah,
Do you want to do that?
make a Constitution save.
Okay.
No, not you, Lydia. Sarah.
Oh.
A what save?
Con save.
Ooh.
Oh no.
I killed you.
12.
This is a very sort of disconcerting sensation for you, as all of a sudden you feel your entire body jerked up into the air, and then you're being basically shaken and twisted around like this, and you could just see the world is.
You see everyone, Sarah.
Stop! Stop moving! Stop moving! Dear,
Okay.
please. Okay. Yes. I see everyone.
Do you want to be put in a bag?
I would like to not
You
be.
you would probably get less seasick if you were in a bag
You
on
know what?
somebody's back than if you were in somebody's hand while we're walking.
Yeah, I guess that's
Now,
probably true.
and mind you, right now for this, Lydia, your hand. I mean, you've got this thing bundled up, so you're basically it's like,
Baseball mitt.
taking two. Not yeah, you've basically taken two things and you've got her pinched, so you're not risking
Yeah.
touching it yourself. So you found a way to sort of lift her, but this, if you were trying to cast your spell, this wouldn't be you touching
Okay.
it.
Count.
Right.
Oh, I thought she like wrapped her hand like this.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so I'm giving benefit of the doubt that she's got a little more padding on than just, a piece of
Okay.
toilet paper or a Band-Aid on it.
Okay. Sure. Could we just keep the bag open, please?
Sure. I can try to put you in my front pocket.
Oh yeah, you have a cute little waistcoat pocket. That might work. We'll try that.
Oh, all right.
It'll be like when you used to put me on your shoulders.
Exactly.
Be
Oh.
very careful.
Very carefully sort of slides in, and Sarah, it's a very strange sensation, and you get the sort of feeling that maybe this is sort of how Emil sees the world. As you're dropped into this chest pocket, and where it is still bright, the sun's out, you can sort of see out, but it's like looking through a heavy mesh or a blindfold. So you're seeing little bits here and there, but you're not really getting a clear picture of what's going on.
So this is how you see the world, Emil.
Like a rock?
Yeah, I don't really know what you're seeing right now. But
It's like I have my very own blindfold. But I
mean,
can
I
still
could-
sort of see.
yeah, I can see through this. It's really just, so I don't.
Kill anyone?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Well, you know, dearie, with these cataracts.
Let's
That's not
try
canon, I don't have cataracts.
let's try and make progress east.
Yeah, get away from here.
Oh, okay,
Um,
Are we taking the other gem with us, by the way?
Yes, I'm gonna take it so
Oh,
that I can
okay.
look at it, because I think that understanding that will help with understanding how to free Sarah. You pointed out those boot prints. Do they go, by the way, in a certain way, or is it just two firmly planted boots and then no path afterwards?
I think it was off into the brush, or was that?
It heads off into the brush towards the east, towards the mountains. But again, as you're looking at it, it does look fairly old.
It is old. Okay. I mean, we're moving roughly eastward anyway.
Probably not very many people come this way anyway.
Yeah.
True.
At least we've removed this danger from other people? Question mark.
True.
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
All right, I'll count that as a good deed then.
We are good Samaritans. Anything else?
So, Murdoch, I have a question for you, as you've got Jeeves for an hour.
Yep.
What are you doing with the gem after an hour?
Well, I could either have it put into a little bag and then hold the bag. For some reason, I don't want to put it in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
I could either do that, or I could actually just continually cast Unseen Servant.
You could turn the bag of holding inside out if you want to get it back.
True.
Without reaching in. As long as you didn't have tons of stuff. I mean, I have a lot of gold in my bag of holding. I don't think turning that inside out would be a good idea.
Let's see. My bag of holding has... Oh, those aren't in my bag of holding. Move those out of here. I'm wearing those. Probably has my outfit. It has all of my musical instruments, my extra sword, my shield, my tent. That's it. But I don't know. I feel weird about putting weird magic things in the bag of holding.
I agree.
Because
Oh,
it's
you know
storing,
that is true.
it's
What if
storing people.
Soul.
Yeah.
What it
Yeah.
what if it breaks it? You're
Yeah.
right.
So I was thinking like a leather pouch where it's down in the bottom of it, and then I hold it at the top.
I think that's
Yeah,
That's
I
what
mean,
I was thinking.
seems-
Is what I was thinking.
Seems like as long as you're not actually touching it with your bare hands, it's okay.
Yeah.
Get into the bag, you could do the thing like when you're picking up dog poop, put your hand in the leather pouch and then grab it and then turn the pouch inside out.
I could do that. I think I'll probably just hold the pouch open near the end of Jeeves' life cycle on this
And
earth.
let him drop it
He's
in.
like a fly, whole life in an hour. He starts out as a baby, and then he becomes an old man by the end of the spell. And
Just the
then,
hand, though.
and then just drop it in. Yeah, and then I'll like tie the little like cord at the top, and I'll hold it like a little dog poopy bag.
And then the
Okay.
old man smell goes away.
The old man smell is still better than the dirty diapers.
Oh.
I mean, it happens so fast. It really is just like one. He doesn't get to change clothes.
The diapers are for when he's a baby and when he's an old man.
That's
Ugh,
true. The cycle begins anew.
it's the same diaper.
Oh. Could be.
So
It's okay. He doesn't eat. It's fine.
the rest of the day passes quickly for some of you, much slower for some others. But eventually, as the sun starts to set, Sarah, it gets harder and harder for you to see. As slowly you are sinking into darkness. As the sun is offsetting in the distance. Eventually, the group of you make your camp for the evening, have your evening meal. Is there anything that folks would be doing this evening? I know Murdoch is planning on having Jeeves help out so she can spend a bit of time with the item and learn something about it. Anyone else got anything on their plate?
I'll stay up with Murdoch just to like keep an eye out as like sort of a watch.
Oh, I was assuming you guys were probably doing this as like somebody's taking care of dinner, someone's helping get the camp
Okay,
set
yeah.
up. Wasn't thinking you guys would do it during your watch unless you want to, but it's up to the party.
I mean,
Nothing in particular for me. I'd just
Yeah.
be helping out where necessary.
Okay.
I'll find Sarah a
Yeah.
nice rock to prop her up against, so she can see the campsite.
Oh, okay.
If I ask Sarah if she got hungry throughout the day, I'm interested.
Did I?
Nope. Not hungry, not thirsty. No
Not
need for a
tired.
bathroom break.
You're being preserved in some way. We know you love to eat. Okay.
Could you tell Feria to turn the food over in the fire? It's charring on one side.
I eat my good berry for the day.
Oh, so you're not going to be helpful?
Says the gem.
We could do like a little crude drawing of Sarah's face on the rock.
Gem body.
It would be funny if it's the gem and then it's just we draw her body with like little stick legs.
I'm a snowman.
We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get you out of there.
I hope.
So, Murdoch, as you spend your time with sort of Jeeves sort of holding it in front of your face and rotating it, and again, you situate yourself right so as your hour of spending time with this comes to an end and Jeeves vanishes, it just, the gem drops on the ground in front of you. And what you've come to learn is this is in fact a cursed item. When somebody comes into direct contact with it, it curses them to become a gemstone. They can see, they can talk, that's it. It lasts for 2d6 days before they will revert back to their former.
It would be a great way to transport people, especially if it's not permanent.
And you would also learn that the individuals who are cursed are carriers of said curse. So it will, in fact, propagate down the line.
Oh, as in, do you mean the person after they stop being a gem, or like if someone else touches that person's gem, then they become a gem?
The gem that they became carries the same curse.
Carries the curse.
Once they're normal again, everything about that curse is gone.
Okay. All right. I've got it. It's not a spell. It's a curse. That's why it's not working. We would need to break a curse. However, it also isn't permanent. It varies depending on the individual, but it seems like it could be anywhere from 2 to 12 days.
I mean, I could break the curse, but I don't know if that would curse me instead.
Do you need to touch the object to break the curse?
Yes.
Yes, to cast greater restoration, you gotta touch the creature.
Then yes, unfortunately, because it seems it's sort of like a disease almost. If any of us touch the Sarah gem, then we become a gem.
Okay.
Again, it's not ever
Ooh.
permanent, but
I
we're
see.
without a means to touch it to fix the effect. We just
And any creature just becomes another gem, not like replacing.
does
Right.
not replace.
That's even worse. Well,
Anyone got a pair of gloves?
Murdoch
They-
wears gloves.
I do wear gloves. The issue is, I'll like move and I'll like sit in front of the rock like little cross-legged, I'll be like, so, Sarah, the issue, I look just like this, like I'm on a Discord call. The issue is, certain spells require physical contact, a connection between one being and another, and this curse sort of feeds off of that same connection. So wearing gloves is either going to mean that the spell to deliver the curse-breaking energy to you wouldn't have that connection, or that the curse would be able to circumvent it. You have to wait. I'm afraid.
When I get out of this, I am going to
Investigate
Fine.
everything before you touch it.
find whoever put that there.
Okay.
I'm going to shove one of these in their face,
Okay.
and they're gonna be in here.
This is a very good thing that we can use on bad people, though.
Throw it at
Mhm.
them.
How would we
Yolt
hold
it
it,
at them.
Murdoch?
You can just put it in a sling. Hit
Yolt.
somebody with it.
You good?
Mage hand.
I have a sling.
You do have a sling.
I try to look at Artemis. I have a mage hand.
Oh,
Maybe.
Well, not yet. We're working on that.
I mean, think of
But
it.
I was doing very well with it, right?
With like the preliminary steps, yeah.
Think of it this way, dear. You could read a lot of books, or you could birdwatch, or you could meditate.
Oh, how she'd read a lot of books, but yeah, she can birdwatch.
I wonder if
Someone
those
took the page
footprints
with
that
them.
we saw was actually somebody that got cursed.
Oh.
They tried to take the gem,
Could
they
be.
dropped to the ground.
Mm,
Several
would-
days later, they popped back up and ran away.
Could be.
true.
Could be.
Oh, that could also
Um,
be it, yeah.
Who would leave that trap and then you'd think they'd, watch it and. Or maybe
someone
it
doesn't
just
want to touch
was the
it.
curse spreading, yeah. Maybe it wasn't
Or,
even a trap.
I do have
it
a
could just be bandits and they managed to scavenge everything but that one gem because it was cursed.
I do have a macabre question. Has anybody talked to the other gem?
Oh, well. No.
Because I don't think there has to be somebody in there though. It could just be that's the cursed item, and now
Could be weird.
I mean, they probably would have spoken, right, if they can.
So,
they-
and Murdoch,
they
you would
saw us.
actually know this. It is just a cursed item. It does not appear to be a
Okay, it's
transfigured
not-
creature.
This one is the original.
Yeah.
I thought about the fact that like there could have been someone else in there earlier, but okay, yeah, no. From my examination, it looks like that one's the original. But yeah, the reason for why it's there, I don't know. If it's connected to this group, this would be a wonderful way to be able to transport people without anyone questioning anything. But I don't know. It's a little bit of an enigma, but
Wouldn't
The-
it be weird to have a bunch of screaming gemstones?
well,
That
the
sounds
thing
like
is,
a band.
from my examination, would I be able to? It sounds like because this isn't a pocket dimension, it could be put in something like a bag of holding.
You're fairly comfortable with that, yeah.
They could probably take a whole bunch of gems like that and then put them in something like a bag of holding if they had one. Which, if they're able to do the things that they're doing, they could easily have something like that. But
Maybe
okay.
Well, this is a good thing to have. You found the original gemstone. Why wouldn't they have the original gemstone if they're using this to transport people?
More than one?
Something could have happened. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
yeah. With now that we're talking about this, and maybe gems would just be common in the mountains, but do I remember seeing bags full of gems being moved around in my time there?
Make an intelligence check.
Okay.
You remember being in the gem?
Ooh, dirty 20.
Okay. So you do remember that some of the people that you were incarcerated with were taken away, just never came back.
Right.
As you were making your way out of the caves and, making your escape, you did manage to, get around and get by some dwarves that were loading different gems. You're not sure whether they were like polished and cut like the Sarah gem and the one that you see now is, or if they were just, freshly dug out of the ground.
Yeah. Okay.
You really weren't, at that point it was, let me get the hell out of here, not,
Right.
ooh, look at the shinies.
Yeah.
So you know that they were doing it, they were putting them in bags and moving them, but beyond that, you're not 100%.
Okay. Yeah, now that I think about it, I did see dwarves, filling bags with gems, but I didn't really pay it much mind
Were
at
they
the time.
screaming?
But, no, I didn't hear any screaming, but
No.
maybe it's just a coincidence. I don't know.
It could be a coincidence. It could not be. It's something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Oh, Sarah, normally in things like this, you're not probably going to get hungry. You're probably not going to get tired either. So it's going to be a bit of a... It's not going to be the best. But you don't have to walk through the woods and the mountains.
Or sleep on uncomfortable ground.
She's just mad at us now. She's not talking.
I'm thinking. Sure, we'll look on the bright side of this for now.
It could be as short as 2 days.
Based off of what my player rolled, I do not think it's going to be 2 days.
Probably not. But, it has an equal chance of happening. Actually, no, that's not how, when you roll 2 dice, that's not how that works. It's more likely in the middle.
Yeah.
It's more likely in the middle.
It's more likely than you think.
It's a bell curve.
Maybe I should just maybe there's a way while I'm like this I could study more magic. Artemis, you could give me your books.
Leave the book open for her on the page for some simple spell, and she can sit there and absorb it.
Or perhaps while I'm waiting for you all to let me out, maybe one of you could point me in the direction of some way to just get magic now.
No.
That doesn't work like that. And, Sarah, we can't let you out.
But when I do get out, you know what I mean.
I'm trying my best here. I can take my old spell book and leave it open to said page, and you can memorize and read the translation.
What about those fellows that just have have a way to have magic, but they don't have the books like
I don't know.
Artemis and
Like
they
Leo?
You
Like,
no
or
no
me?
no
I just have magic.
they're
Like Lydia?
yeah, they're like Lydia, but sometimes they're just more brooding.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, perhaps I was mistaken. Perhaps
Yeah.
it
And
was just a
besides,
very
if you
Yeah.
don't have that sort of magic by now, you're just going to have to go without it. You're gonna have to do it the hard way.
You could
What's
believe
so
in
bad
something.
with the hard way? Hello?
Believe in something, you know?
autumn.
Yeah, I mean, being born with this stuff isn't all it's cracked up to be all the time. So
Well, they weren't born with it. I thought for sure they have like an archon or a benefactor.
I've told you the
God.
time I tried to turn into a chicken before I knew how to turn into a chicken, right? It wasn't pretty. Even if you just get your magic, it doesn't work out all that great all the time.
It was an anatomical disaster.
Yeah, I really don't want to talk about it even now that I mentioned it. It was
Sarah,
disgusting.
on a level of 1 to 10, how much do you want this to be let out right now, at this moment?
Ah,
Can you bear it for the amount of time? Because I can try to talk to my god. And maybe they'll intervene somehow.
I mean,
That's,
if you
that's
have
where we're at.
I'm offering. I'm just trying to be nice.
No, it was very nice of you. I'm sorry. That was rude of me. I just
touch on a nerve there or something.
no. It's God, fix it.
Yeah, I know I shouldn't be bugging him, but if Sarah was going that, say, you know, with
We
the
could just smash the gem and end her misery if she was going
Okay.
mad.
Lydia,
No.
do me a
There's
favor and
that
make a
out,
medicine
too.
check.
Who?
You, Lydia.
Oh,
Based on your
Smashing the
statement.
gem kills Sarah instantaneously.
I mean, in all honesty, if you had told me that maybe like a month ago, like I would say, of course. But now that I know Albert's actually alive,
I mean, maybe crushing it might free her, like a polymorph.
Lydia, so you would know that people who stay awake for an extended period of time, under normal circumstances, they end up tiring out and just eventually, if they don't sleep, they just die.
right.
Now, you're fairly confident based on what Murdoch said and that Sarah hasn't wanted to eat or drink or need any other bodily functions. You're not concerned about death,
Okay.
but there is a mental toll that still affects people who don't sleep for an extended period.
Right.
You're not sure. It's Lydia's call how well she thinks Sarah will be able to handle somewhere between 2 to 12 days.
5 little speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum yum. One jumped
Please,
into the
no.
pool where it was nice and
Turn
cool.
into a bird and fly away.
Now there are 4 more speckled frogs. Glub glub.
I put the book over top of Sarah.
Sarah, it got dark.
This
Just check in every day, every half day.
ask. Oh,
Just try.
Just try.
Just try. Why not? Just ask him. Ask him.
Should we wait till day 2? Just in case. Day 2.
Yeah, I mean it's
Sure.
already the first night, so
We can wait a week. Okay, we can wait a night. No, I can't.
My God!
Okay.
No, I can't. Just do it. Just try it.
Alright. As an action, I can roll a percentile dice. If
This
the
could
roll
be
is
the
equal to or less
dumbest of-
than 10, my god intervenes.
There's a 10% chance!
Yeah.
How are you reaching out to Njord?
Alright.
God.
I'm going to create a little, I'm gonna sit down, create a little gully around me, and create water and just sprinkle it in the gully. And then I'm going to go, oh blessed Njord, please, if you shall receive my asking, could you assist me with a matter?
Okay. So go ahead and roll your percentile die.
Yeah, this would be great, guys.
It's gonna happen. First time that you ever try it. And
Yeah,
it's gonna be for this.
it's gonna be a noble cause for everyone involved.
Here it is right now.
Oops, that fell. Okay. 49.
Okay.
As you reach out and you are saying your prayer, you notice as you close, you start to hear the sounds almost like waves crashing on a beach. And as you open your eyes, you can see the water that you've poured into this little sort of trench and moat around you. It starts to move and sway similar to the tide. And you can feel Njord's presence sort of reaching out to you with a very sort of apologetic sort of sense behind it. It doesn't seem at the moment that he is able to assist with this.
God's busy. Who'd have thought?
And
He
as
didn't want to
Sarah
deal with that either.
as Sarah continues to sing under the book, this is where we're going to take our break for this evening. As unfortunately it seems Njord has something else that he's dealing with at the moment.
Makes sense.
But yeah, we will be back in just a few moments, folks, to see how many days Sarah will continue to sing and keep her whole party awake. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few moments.
BRB.
welcome back, everyone. For those who may have missed any of this, our party is heading over towards the Yarn Forest and found a rather shiny red gem. As some of the party urged caution, others decided to grab it. And now the party is traveling with a shiny red gem. So as the rest of the evening starts to pass, Sarah, what would you be doing overnight?
Studying the pages I'm given in front of me.
Okay. So the rest of you is Sarah's focused on the book and seems to have stopped singing. The rest of you are able to get a long rest without issue. And as the night progresses, those of you who take watch, every couple of hours, somebody goes over, turns Sarah's page. Eventually, morning rises, and you guys would know, based on the rough distance, you've probably got about another 3 to 4 days, depending on how much you want to push yourselves, before you get to the western borders of the Yarn Forest. What would you be doing during that travel time?
What would we be doing?
Would put some of that bandage in my ears, so I wouldn't have. But keep Sarah in my pocket. But I would put some stuffing in my ears, so I wouldn't have to listen to her singing.
Wow.
Okay.
You know, Lydia, you never got any of those earplugs
What?
back in the day, did you?
What?
I
No.
pull one out of your ears.
Earplugs? No. No one give me earplugs.
No, back when we had all our weapons silvered, I think I got somebody to make me some leather earplugs.
You did. You should hang on to them.
It was a really good idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that at the town we get into that has a leather worker. But you save those for yourself and your own sanity, because...
Oh, no, I am. It's just...
Okay.
It is a really good idea when you're going out on an adventure to get yourself a pair of earplugs. You need your sword, your shield, your armor, and a pair of earplugs.
Never heard that one, but that's... Okay, that's new. But I'll do that.
It's when you have a singing gemstone in your party and it's driving you up the wall.
Do you
Yours are really
believe
big
in
now.
life after death?
Oh.
I start to put the earplugs in.
Art, Emil, Murdoch, anything you would be doing?
I mean,
No, nothing in particular, I don't think.
Can I cast silence?
Oh my
I'm kidding. Okay.
god. I will. I mean, it's just traveling time. So I probably am not writing like I normally do at night, but I'll spend more time practicing using these pistols, I suppose. I won't shoot them, but I'll practice like aiming them, feeling the weight of them, unloading them, reloading them.
Oh, okay.
Why not, right?
Yeah.
'Cause, I'm not ready to practice with my shield again yet.
And Artemis, anything on your side?
Trying to teach when Sarah is not singing. Aside from that,
Oh, okay.
Nothing in particular.
So, Sarah, how would you be dealing with the situation?
99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. Take one down, pass it around. 98 bottles of beer on the wall. Everybody!
I feel like this is supposed to be a punishment for her, but yet it's our problem now.
How come when you're walking while traveling, dear, you don't sing, but now you are?
Oh, dearie, I run out of breath too quickly when I'm walking.
Okay.
Hey.
That's exactly what Murdoch does. She's like, okay.
So, rest of the
yeah.
rest of the day, obviously without much of an issue. For everyone except Sarah, do me a favor. Go ahead and make a Constitution save. Sarah, I want you to make a Wisdom save.
15.
Okay.
18.
Okay.
11.
11.
Okay.
15.
And
With a
Art.
plus 7 too.
Oh yeah, you're like really like high con.
Yeah.
Sorry, 14.
Okay. So you all managed to make it through the day without any adverse effects. As your singing companion, who has been singing to you for the last 8 hours, has grated on nerves, irritated people. But you have all managed to sort of handle it as well as can be. Sarah, the singing you have done today has managed to keep your mental state somewhat, well, as stable as Sarah ever is.
Fair enough.
Listen, my recommendation is, I mean, we normally do watches. We normally do watches where we just sit for hours, probably alone anyway. We should do watches and take turns entertaining Sarah so that the rest of the people can sleep. And we'll cycle out.
Right.
It's not really a watch, though. What if something attacks?
I mean, two people can talk and also be on the lookout. Just so that she's not alone while we're all just sleeping and you're in a tree.
Don't
Kind
think
of
there
sleeping.
is any trees around here.
Or sitting and kind of sleeping. The kind of sleeping was the emphasis. You know? Maybe then she won't
Yes.
sing all day.
Well, yes, but also if she's singing at night, it might attract something unsavory things.
All the better reason to distract her with something else.
Yeah.
I'd rather just be
I'm
on
trying
watch,
to-
though.
I'm trying to teach her that this is, my lot in life right now.
I don't know.
Could
Just,
we borrow
just
your books?
Hmm?
Art, could we borrow your books for watch? So we can at least turn the pages for Sarah?
Sure. I don't know what kind of. I don't know if any problems come up. I don't know if you'll be able to solve them for her, but
At least you
sure.
can memorize some of the runes.
The old one, yes, you can have my old one, yes.
Okay. So, Sarah, it seems as the night goes on, the party is actively, including you in conversation. It seems like as the watch goes down, who's ever on watch is coming over, spending some time with you. Art brings the book over. Night seems to pass again, quicker for some than others. But eventually, the sun rises the next day. In terms of traveling, it's more the same. Nothing happens during the next day's travel. Anything anyone in specific would be doing?
The fitness gram pacer test.
Is a multi-stage aerobic exercise.
During the day, I would be probably, well, I could be a bird for 5 hours, so probably a good portion of the day I'd be up in the sky, just scouting around, seeing if there's anybody around, and looking out towards the forest, see if I can spot a town. I mean, we're probably still quite a ways away, but I just want to see what I can see.
Oh, okay.
But mostly for enemies. Actually, mostly to stay away from Sarah, but...
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
28.
Okay. So, as you're flying around at where you are right now, as you go through this throughout the day, you don't see anything. Eventually, well, anyone else know anything?
I'm looking at some clouds. Any clouds that any ones that look like a bunny or a maybe a horse, dragon. My will to live.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me. I will say with disadvantages, you are still tucked into a pocket, so it's a little difficult trying to look up that way.
Okay, well, does 6 have enough disadvantage?
Yeah, close enough. As you're looking at and the group's moving at a pretty good clip, Lydia will take a couple of steps. You'll get jostled one way, and you'll be looking up and go, "Oh, I can see the sky again." Then she'll take another couple steps, and her body will shift, and you'll go face forward into the outside of the shirt, and now you're seeing ground through that, like that blindfold effect we mentioned earlier. So you're not really able to do much cloud watching, but you do catch little glimpses as you're sort of getting bounced back and forth.
I like to start singing Carmen.
Is there anyone? Does anyone want? I got sending spells every day. Is there anyone that someone's wanting to check up on? Any friends or family that's far away that they want to just send a little message to? Oh. Sorry, that was really sad for some people. But I just meant. Anyone want messages sent out?
No.
You could- See if the fellow that's pretending to be Albert. See if he'll explain to you what he means by the man I killed was his son.
You know what? We haven't talked to that guy in a hot minute. He did possibly disappear, possibly into the Feywild, but I could check up on him.
And maybe like my mom, but that's second.
Okay. Oh. Murdoch is getting a message. The offices of Oxenfree. Extraplanar entity. While we're waiting, we'll come back over to Murdoch and a couple of messages sent his. It was on his. Rest of the day seems to pass through, with the exception of the messages. Again, very similar experience for most of you. At the end of the day, as you guys start making camp again for the evening, I'm going to ask Sarah make another wisdom check for me.
Save or check?
Sorry, wisdom save.
Okay. Oh, 11?
Okay. As you're going through and this day's been progressing, it's getting a little harder for you to... You're find it a little more difficult to deal with this. As you are... Just, your mind has not been able to shut down. It's even when you're trying to rest, you're still awake, you're still alert, there's still information coming in. Until you are able to sleep for a long rest, you have disadvantage on any ability checks using your mental stats. So, intelligence and wisdom. Any ability check with those two you have disadvantage on.
Cool.
Okay. And now we'll jump back over. We'll rewind time a few hours.
Sorry.
All the same for me.
No worries. When Hex reaches out, you gotta answer the call.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff to file.
So you were sending messages to the
Man
person
who
in the
stole Albert's
suit.
body.
Okay, so
Hey you. Been a while. Just checking up on you. We're kind of in a low point, so you know. How are things? How's the body? Gonna take it back soon. Kisses.
Do you mean I killed your son?
I was running out of words because Murdoch's like, I've got like so many of these and I need something to do that's longer than just one spell. So we're gonna have just chatting.
a little bit of time goes by. You do get a response. And immediately the first response you get is a solid, like, 5 or 6 words of just laughter. I can't believe she's a rock. What did she do now? You have to tell me. This is just too wonderful. Is it permanent? And you say you're coming to get the body back? Well, I told you where I am. Toodles.
Oh. Why does he know that?
Crying, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. We'll do a second one. She touched a cursed stone, turned her into one. It's not permanent, which we're happy about. She didn't want me to ask, what did you mean by she killed your son? Something like that? I missed that conversation. Doodles. I like mine more. Kisses.
Another couple of moments goes by, and you get another response back. He says, "Pity it's not permanent. My son was doing some work in Moonshay Isles. And suffice to say that her and her friends got involved, and you know her. He didn't make it.
I do know her. They've been much better about not killing people since I joined the group. It's been very beneficial. Because
But
people
gonna
don't swear
burn down.
vengeance. People don't swear vengeance on you when you just don't kill people. Anyway, Sarah, dear, first off, he knows you're a rock. Which he finds comical. Second of all, he says that his son was working in the Moonshay Isles.
Look, his son had me and other townspeople stuck in a tavern that him and his little gang were going to burn down with all of us in it. So I don't want this to be a Sarah's the bad guy sort of conversation.
I didn't say that.
No, but your tone indicated that.
Well, I was there, and none of us killed, if I'm remembering correctly who they might mean. I don't think we killed him, actually. I think it was somebody else.
No, I
You
definitely...
Oh, is that the guy you hit with the
We feel-
bottle?
The bottle,
The
yeah.
hamstring? Oh, okay, I was thinking of the other guy that we didn't kill.
No.
Although we were trying to kill him
Yeah.
at the time.
He was trying to kill us?
Yeah.
Them?
Yeah, I think
Everyone.
we were more trying to get information out of him than anything else, but...
I mean, your captain or whatever died, so...
No, we just
she's
took
alive.
over the different boat.
What were you telling that one woman when we were by the giant gate thing?
There's been a couple of giant gate things. Which one?
The one where she had the ravens and there was the body when Snow Moon almost fell into that slime.
I don't remember. It was a while
You
ago
remember
that all happened.
you had your very like stern line where you're like, the captain is dead. When she was like, this is for the captain or on behalf of the captain. It was a very good line. You said it quite well.
Well, it's too bad because I don't remember saying.
You're the note taker. You sure?
I still don't remember. It's like 2 years ago, man.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
I mean, we did kill a captain of the ship that we took over. Maybe I meant that
That's
one.
true.
So many captains. So little time.
So many murders. Murdoch is having
Oh,
a
let's
conniption over in the
try.
corner.
What have I got
Just-
myself into here?
Murdoch already knows, but I always do treasure the memory of us burning down that entire mansion, because that was quite chaotic.
We won't do that to yours, Emil. Don't worry.
Why
Good,
would you
good to
even
know.
say that? Why would you even
Yes.
say that?
Yeah.
Don't worry, Emil.
You could just leave it unsaid.
Well,
could, like,
it's
just
like,
not
I
say
was thinking it. I
Make sure I don't make
don't
any of you get on the bad side of any of you.
know.
Oh, you could never, dearie.
It was actually quite easy with Sarah, to be honest.
Name one time.
Okay! We're gonna play the quiet game.
Oh,
Okay, bubbles in your mouth.
What?
You weren't taught that as a child.
No.
You were allowed to talk a lot more than me when you were young.
Why would you put bubbles in your mouth?
yeah. Usually that meant that like you were like getting your mouth washed out with soap or something because you like said a bad word or something. But I mean, my dad said a whole bunch of bad words all the time on the ship, and so I didn't get why I wasn't allowed to.
We're
I was
gonna-
on the ship helping.
We're
I
gonna
was told it
restart the
wasn't
quiet
made.
game. And we're gonna walk I don't know how J.R.R. Tolkien wrote such a long book about this.
Giants, eagles.
Jokin, Roken, Tolkien? I love that writer.
And Sarah immediately loses.
Was there ever a doubt? Eventually, the night passes. Next day, you continue along your travels. Are you guys taking the same approach for the next evening?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So who would be taking your watches?
I'll take first watch.
Okay. Second.
I'll take second.
Okay. Third.
I'll take third.
Okay, and fourth.
I'll take fourth.
Okay.
And I'll be there with each of you.
All right then.
My guiding moonlight.
Furia, make a perception check for me.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, good. It happened on the one with the person who's really good at seeing.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm actually good at seeing this time. 25.
Okay.
Okay, good. I was about to say, don't jinx her.
I rolled a 17.
You just gotta. Check this because I gotta check his stealth here. And you rolled a what? 25?
25, 17 plus 8.
Okay, yep, 25. Okay. So, about halfway through your watch, you actually hear a shout coming from over by Sarah.
Is it me?
I'm gonna stay where I'm at. Well, can I see them if I just look over in that direction?
As you turn and look over, Sarah is now laying sideways.
Do I see another gem on the ground?
You do.
That's what I thought was gonna happen. I'm going to tiptoe over and stay at the second gem. Are there any more of you?
And you go, hey, you. Why can't I roll over? My face is in the dirt. What'd you do to me?
All your fault.
I didn't do nothing.
You touched my gem.
That's not yours. It was just sitting out there.
Actually, the gem is their own. It's not my gem or your gem or anybody's gem. They own themselves.
You talk weird. Who are you? Why can't I see
Who
you?
are you? I'm gonna look around for a nearby piece of something to flip the gem over with.
Oh yeah, easy enough to find. Small bit of shrubbery or something to flip it over with. So, takes a couple seconds. You flip it over, and all of a sudden, huh. Oh, that didn't feel too good. Why am I staring up at the sky? Why can't I move?
You are now a gem.
Why'd you turn me into a gem?
I didn't do a thing. You were greedy and decided to steal a gem, and you now have to deal with the consequences of your greediness.
When are you gonna let me out?
It's not up to me, unfortunately. Are you from the Gravelwood?
No. I was stationed in the caves, but they stopped paying us, so I figured I'd start making my way to a city, and as I'm walking around, I saw a bunch of yours thinking I could make some quick money, and saw some stupid person left a gem sitting out, so I was going to grab it and run, but apparently you turned me into a gem.
Why did they stop paying you? That doesn't seem very wise.
They got more people of their own work and doing the work now, and I didn't want to sign up, so.
How far up the mountains? Is it like days travel?
About, I think it took me about 6 hours to get down to the base.
It's quite a climb.
What
What were you doing up there? I mean, it seemed pretty abandoned to me.
You got nowhere to look. They don't want just anybody coming in.
I suppose, but what is there to do up there other than mine?
Well, how much coins are worth to you?
How much is your freedom worth to you?
Well, you already said you can't give me my freedom, so I might as well go for the money.
No, but I could tell you when you're going to get out. Or maybe you're just going to be a gem permanently, and I'll toss you off the cliff. Or the next one I see. Or I'll go find one to toss you off of.
Okay, go ahead and make either persuasion or intimidation, whichever you prefer.
I think I'm equally as bad as both. Yeah, that's an 11. Either one, it's an 11.
I don't think you're gonna do it. You ain't got the stones.
All right then. And I'm going to pick the gem up, and I'm going to put it next to. Well, I'm going to pick it up the same way that I flipped it over with the branch.
Just sort of scooping it with
so like shuffle it over, and put it right next to Sarah. Sarah, I found you a friend. I'll prop Sarah back up using the branch.
Okay. Sarah, there's a gem in front of you.
He was trying to steal me.
Well,
You're pretty valuable.
You were trying to steal me.
Because you're a gem.
I'm just gonna back up out of sight.
I may be a gem, but I am a human being first, sir.
That doesn't make any sense. You're a rock. Thinking, I guess I'm supposed to be one now too.
Yes, it's
Why is that
like
tall
this
creature?
for-
Why'd she turn us into gems?
Oh, she doesn't do that.
Who did?
The gem did.
But you're the gem.
No, I'm the second gem. The first gem turned me into a gem, then you touched my gem, and now you're a gem. I think that's how that works.
So it's like some weird disease and you gave it to me.
It's like a magic disease. It's a curse.
So you cursed me.
No. You just touched me after I was cursed.
Yeah, so it's your fault. You got cursed and you gave me the curse.
You tried to steal me.
Because you're a gem.
I'm a person who's stuck in a gem.
And around we go until the end of
Daybreak.
time.
Yeah, Lydia, or sorry, I did it to myself. Feria is trying to hold her guts in, laughing at these two conversations. I think goes for the rest of my watch.
It's
So
like putting two AI in front of each other, and it's just like,
Do you wish to kill God?
oh my gosh. Oh my god.
I let whoever's next in watch, I don't remember,
Me?
know what's going on. That somebody tried to steal Sarah and now they're stuck in a gem. And they used to be working up in the mountains, but for why, I do not know yet.
No, the
Oh.
first gem wasn't a person.
And now they're having a very roundabout conversation.
Are we leaving this would-be thief here?
Well, he does have valuable information about somebody that stopped paying him in the mountains.
Right.
So maybe you could give it a try in the morning, maybe.
Okay. Alright. So there's two of them. Okay. I'll come and sit.
And as you're saying there, it's very similar as Fury mentioned, is this guy is repeatedly blaming Sarah for him being a gem. And for Sarah's part, it seems to be that she's trying to explain it properly, but he is just... doesn't seem to be the brightest bulb.
You see, I became the gem after touching a gem. That was magic. And you tried to steal me while I am stuck in the gem.
Right, because you're a gem. So I tried to take you.
I'm a gem right now.
Right, but if I take you and I sell you, then I get money. I don't care what you are later. Right now, you're a gem, and you're probably worth, 500 to 1,000 gold.
Catch a bunch of like squirrels or something and sell them to people.
I do appreciate your appraisal and
Appraisal.
and your
Compliment.
The gem appraisal! You've got... Oh my gosh.
I appreciate your appraisal, but and your business know-how, sir. But once again, unfortunately, I am not a gem. I am a person who is turned into a gem.
My head hurts.
You don't even get me started about this magic nonsense. See, if you really, I think you should bump my price up a bit, because there's the gem that turned me into a gem, which is cursed.
Matthew,
as well.
just let Twitch run for like a week. We'll come back next time, and we'll be good to play D&D.
As the rest of you wake up, as Murdoch is still sitting over there taking watch, everything's going through, and you can see Murdoch is chuckling at points. As you wake up and see there are no two gemstones arguing with each other.
Did someone touch Sarah?
Yeah,
It looks that way.
they tried to take Sarah. Now they don't understand exactly what happened, and they can't accept it's their fault. However, when I first found them, I'm not even sure who exactly they are, other than they were up in the mountains, working in a cave, or caves, and their employer stopped paying them, so they left, and they said that enough of their employer's own people were doing the job, and so he decided to just leave, but it's a little short on money, so decided to take the first gem he saw.
Well, that's
I
a
mean-
turn of bad luck, huh?
What work though?
Mhm.
What work in the mountains?
I tried asking, but it was a little too traumatized with the situation to think clearly, I think. Also, I kind of threatened him. It didn't go over well.
So now we have two things to carry around. Are we?
Well,
are we?
they can entertain each other.
We
I
can
mean,
leave
they've
the
been
one
doing
here.
it for the last 4 hours. Well, 3 hours.
Dang.
At
I
least
mean-
let us ascertain what kind of work he was doing in the mine.
Yeah. And
We
I
said-
walk over to the two gems.
Go for it, Emil.
Gem, I don't know your name, but
I think he's talking to you.
no. I know her. I'm talking to you.
Oh. Are you the one who turned me into a gem?
No, it's a curse that you've been afflicted with, but it has nothing to do with any of us, really.
So I keep trying to tell you. What do you want?
You mentioned you worked in the caves.
Yeah.
What kind of work was this?
How much coins it worth to you?
Um, what are you looking for exactly?
Well, one, I'd like to be me again. But, you know,
Well,
I'm
that's
heading to
not
Sunderbar
with-
so I can get the heck away from this place, so... I don't know. 500,000 gold?
500,000
No,
gold.
500 to 1,000, you know, I'm not
Oh, all right.
completely insane.
Gold is not going to get you to Sunbar. We're in the middle of nowhere.
No, but I need gold once I'm in Sunderbar so I can get from Sunderbar to where I'm going.
And where is it that you're going after Sunderbar?
Do we really need to go that far into it? You're going to pay me or...
Well, I could possibly secure you passage from Sunderbar if you would just answer my question.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Uh, 25.
Okay. He thinks for a few minutes and... Oh, okay, then let's say we do 250 gold. And you set me up with, you get me, where do I want to end up at? So if you get me passage down the Ravin River, you can send me, all the way to Silvery Moon, right?
Yes, I should be able to arrange that.
I suppose I can tell you what you're looking to know then. I had me set up, I was in charge of making sure people didn't go down certain hallways. As there were some weird folks in some robes doing weird stuff with people they were bringing in.
Okay, so robed individuals were taking people in to the caves.
Yep.
And did you see them leave after that, these people?
No, typically. I mean, the dwarves came in and out occasionally, but their mine's down there too, so.
All right.
They were real picky about who they let in.
Okay. And these robes, did they, have any kind of symbol, or could you identify them, or were they just a generic robe?
Oh, it was mighty dark in the caves, man. It was a payday. I can't remember much. It's parts of it are a little fuzzy. It's like I try to think about things and my head hurts.
Did, did they ever do anything to you, or you're just having trouble remembering?
I don't think. I know I got into a scuffle with some idiot trying to break out one day, so one of their people take a look at me and make sure I wasn't hurt too bad, but other than a couple of checkups, crap like that for minor cuts and scrapes, nothing really.
All right. And did you ever hear any talk of where people might be sent off to if they were sent away from the caves?
No, I only ever saw the people being brought in. Like I said, people go in. Every once in a while, dwarves come out and load up one of their cots with their gems and send it off to wherever they're trading or selling. Ain't my business. Yeah, I did grab a couple of them, but hey.
And one tried to escape.
Well, one person did, yeah.
Yeah.
Not a gem, that would be stupid.
No. How long ago did they escape?
Oh no, the one that tried to escape that I caught, that was...
Oh, one that tried. Okay.
About 10 days ago.
So you caught someone trying to escape.
Yeah.
Can you describe this person?
Yeah, a little scrawny. Probably, I don't know, youngish sort of girl.
Did she happen to look like me at all?
Well, if you're a red gemstone that I'm staring at because that's where I was put and I can't move, then no.
They'll
Even I
take
can't
less
see
of me.
you, I really can't answer that.
I guess I'll walk around until I get acknowledgement that he can see me.
With how
Just
he's
kind of
been
like-
set up, he's like face to face with Sarah's gem.
Oh.
There's not really, no matter how you go, it's his view.
Alright,
is just a-
Alright.
Wrap your hand and pick him
Alright,
up.
wait, and I'll grab like the branch that I saw. And
do
you know,
him.
take it. Yeah.
He looks at you a little bit. Well, I mean, granted, your head's probably about 8 or 9 times the size of hers, but I mean, I guess maybe. Oh
Alright.
man, it was dark. I had to beat her down to get her to stop.
No. I mean, is she alive? At
And
least?
she was when I was done with her.
And you said this was 10 days ago?
10 day, yeah, I think.
Alright. Alright, I think that's all the questions I have.
Ain't none the
made a
worse
deal,
for wear. I
so-
mean, broken nose. But you get when you try to escape.
Do you know what's happening to the people in there?
They're doing some sort of sciencey crap. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot worse than that, but alright. We made a deal, so I'll get the gold for him, and I assume I would know
First
the name.
of all, we need to decide, are we actually going up there, or are we sticking to our earlier plan?
Oh, she'd still be there if they took stuff out.
I don't know.
But I understand if you want to go, but I think we should stick to the original plan.
Yeah.
Because if we are going to go up there, this person could tell us exactly how to get there.
Yeah.
However, it was a week ago, so
Might have been moved.
things might have changed. Yes. I don't know, it's hard to tell.
Are we too far away for him to be able to give us like directions from where we are?
It would be a little difficult, just because now mind you, I don't think he told you this, but as he advised Fury, it was about 6 hours down the mountain.
Mhm.
And then he traveled a little ways long, so you're thinking probably about a half a day or a little more's travel from where you are. I mean, you can ask him and see. And basically, we'll have you make a survival roll to see how well that you understand the directions and whatnot that he's trying to give to you, and how well that works out. Should you choose to.
I think we should get directions because if our plan A doesn't work, we can always come back here.
True.
And I can always scout it out by bird to get an overhead view to help us out as well.
All right. Yeah, so I'll ask if he can give us directions from here.
Okay, go ahead and make a survival check.
Can I assist?
Sure, go ahead and you have advantage on it now, Emil.
Okay. Uh, 11.
Okay, as he sort of gives you the rundown, and with Furia's help, you're pretty sure you've got a pretty solid grasp on what he was explaining to you, how long he traveled basically along this ground level before he gets to the point in the mountain that he came down where you would need to turn and start heading up.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess at this point I would start to take out the gold for him, and I guess I'd just leave it beside him. At some point, the curse will.
Maybe bury it
Yeah,
under him.
I guess we have like a leather pouch. I could just put it in and kind of half bury it.
I'm sure you have something you could use.
Yeah, and I guess I have a name to give him for once he gets to Sundabar
Yeah, with your family's connections, it's easy enough. So you'd be able to get him set up with somebody, and basically, you give him your name, and they'll honor any request from the Vice family.
Yeah. So I'll bury the pouch beside him, and yes, once you get to Sundabar, just use the name Vice, and they will take you where you need to go.
And that's it. And how long am I stuck like this then?
From what we've learned, it's like 2 to 12 days. There's nothing we can do about it, so we'll just have to wait, unfortunately.
Do me a favor and kick that other gem for me.
No.
It's all her fault.
I'll stick upright in the dirt, so he can at least see something that's not just the sky. I'll wrap my hand first, of course. So
Easy enough.
See if we didn't kill anyone, Murdoch.
I'm proud. No, you know what? That's where the bar should be. I am I feel exactly neutral because that should be the default thing that people do. I don't want to praise not killing people. I'm proud.
Okay. So you guys are continuing on towards the forest?
Yep.
Okay, so you have basically it takes you another 2 days from here to get within to the forest. Nothing happens over the next 2 days.
Sarah's still a gem.
Sarah is still a gem based on, and Sigma is basically you're arriving to this point on your last day. Basically at the end, as you wake up on day 7, you guys are approaching where this establishment is supposed to be. I need you to do me a favor though and make one more wisdom save for me.
14.
Okay. So as this entire process has been very taxing on you, the constant awareness, you now have disadvantage on intelligence and wisdom saving throws until you complete a full night's rest.
Okay.
And as the group of you start to approach, I want all of you, with the exception of Sarah, to make a perception check for me.
$15.
14.
3.
Okay.
I only rolled a 6.
24.
There we go.
10.
Okay. So, as you're starting to head towards this area, you can see that there is a sort of rocky crag sticking out of the eastern portion as you've sort of entered into this forest. And as you're making your way through, you can see Art, as you seem to be the most alert at the moment. As you're looking around, you can see, Fury is noticing different animals popping around. Everyone's got their head swiveled looking to find this place. As all of a sudden you hear a twig snap. And you watch as a simple rope loop trap grabs hold of Furia's leg and right up into a tree. And Furia is now hanging about 3.5, 4 feet off the ground, upside down.
I cross my arms. Should have saw that.
I draw my sword out of my cane.
Good job, Furia. I know
I
you
found
love
the
trees,
trap.
but
Yeah.
What is it? What's happening?
Furia got caught in a trap.
Is she a bird?
no, she's a Furia.
Oh.
I was considering turning into a bird to get out of this, though.
I could cut you down.
Be careful. Let me hold on to up here first.
Okay.
I thought you were smarter than this one. Elf.
You
I was
are-
distracted.
you
There
are
was
a gem.
there was a really pretty bird over there that I was looking at.
That's how they get you.
And as you gesture towards that bird, you watch as it flutters down to the ground, and you watch as it turns into a small, gnomish individual
Darn it.
and looks at the group of you And then Gnomish says, "What are you?" And then notices you are. Oh, I don't recognize you. Are you? Who are you?
Something sort of way.
Totally like your neighbor. So, I mean, aren't we all neighbors in a roundabout way?
I suppose you're right. I must just need to get out of the house more. But you're traveling with these
Sorry.
big ones.
They're with me. Good job trapping one of them, I suppose.
I mean, it was intended for, perhaps some deer, maybe a boar, but
She could honestly be one of those, but at this present moment, she is not. So, still, good job. Would you mind if I got her down?
let me. And he walks over behind a tree, and
Ophelia, hold on to something.
all of a sudden, you watch as Fury just starts to drop to the ground. It's only 3 feet. It's a but
I try
eventually,
to grab up over my foot to hold on, but I miss. I rolled a dexterity save and I got a 3.
he comes over, loosens the loop around your foot, and starts setting it back into the ground, and proceeding to start hiding it again. Watch out for the others. Some others. There's a couple of pit traps. Couple of 100 yards ahead in case the orcs come back down. But
Oh, the thousand fist orcs, those ne'er do wells,
it's a
right?
If Clan Lord's right, the war's coming at some point. But
Oh,
they come down and we put traps around. They haven't found us yet, but again, this is one of the few places you can get decent food. So.
You're saying that you're from, kind of up ahead, the gravel wood, perhaps?
Yes, you said you were my neighbor. That's where you're from, right?
I mean, close enough.
It looks at you a little funny, if you say so.
Oh, I'm so good at this. 1 and 2, that's great.
Has a -3, so I'm not even having you roll because he's hitting zeros.
Well, thank you for letting us know about the pit traps ahead. Apologies for disturbing one of your things. I do hope that the hunt goes well, as it was.
It will. Just take a little longer now. Now, please, get so I can get some. Need to get some food.
Of course. You wouldn't be able to tell me which way Gravelwood is. I've kind of gotten myself turned around a little bit.
Go ahead and make a deception check for this one.
Oh, okay.
He actually rolled okay on this one.
Okay, here we go, baby. Why? The 5.
Hey. He looks at you and as he's finished setting this up, and then he turns to look at you, and you can see the gears are starting to turn as his eyes now darting back across all of you.
Actually, you know what? That's fine. I'll check the nearby trees. I left some marks on them. I'll find my way. Thank you. And I
You're
turn around
taking off?
quickly. Yeah, everybody, let's go.
Are we okay?
Maybe, maybe not.
Okay.
That was, yeah, in common.
What would the rest of you be doing as you've just noticed that Artemis has been having seemed to be a very comfortable conversation in Gnomish until right at the end you could see something seem to happen.
I would be busy, like, brushing myself off, getting my head on straight, more than really concentrating on the conversation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess I would start to follow Art's lead, seeing the turn this seems to have taken.
Okay.
What? Where are we? What's happening? Are we? Are we not?
I don't know. It went south. It looks like, I don't know.
How? Artemis said like 3 words.
Murdoch, Lydia, anything you'd be doing?
Just following along.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. People be living in the woods. They be like this.
Oh yeah, by the way, there's some like pit traps ahead, so y'all just like keep your eyes on the ground there.
Huh?
Yeah, that. Yeah.
I hate the outdoors.
I mean, the outdoors naturally does not come with pit traps. These are made artificially.
Murdoch, that back there, I mean, it really snapped my back into place. You should try it sometime. It's quite refreshing, actually.
Are you lying? Or are you being
Roll for
genuine?
it. If you really want to.
16. Are you just trying to get me because I don't like nature?
It's true, but I got it too.
Oh, also that no might have been from Gravelwood, but he didn't seem too excited about me not knowing about it / being lost. I said that I was his neighbor, and you know.
Oh, so he. Oh, all right.
They don't like visitors.
I'm guessing so.
Did they also turn into an animal like Furia?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. No.
So
I think we should be upfront why we're heading to that town.
That's a good idea. That way they don't perceive us as a threat.
Yeah, we don't have anything to hide from them, so.
I mean, if you wanna... How am I supposed to explain that to them now?
just say that where you're from, neighbor is also a word for friend.
Well, I said in the grand scheme of things, we're all neighbors.
Oh, well, I mean, that's fine. You didn't lie. I know what you mean by that.
Yeah, and isn't there that network of information sharing that you all have that keeps you all in touch?
Well, maybe these guys are off the mailing list. I don't know.
They seem a little off the grid.
What if you just say you got very nervous?
I thought you could just say that you were very nervous.
I am very
Just a
nervous.
misunderstanding.
Well,
It
yeah.
did come out of. It was a surprise. I mean,
So you just want me to turn back around and say, hey, actually...
Yes.
I
Cool.
mean, somebody else could speak to them, I guess. But...
If I turn back around, are they like still visible, or are they back into bird form and gone?
You do not see anyone there.
I think I fucked it up.
well, let's just keep going then. And if we can't get in, or we turned away, then we have somewhere else to be.
I mean, at least we know we're close if he's nearby hunting to...
True.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, guys, I'm sorry. I really fricked that up, huh?
It's okay.
It's okay. We're used to you being your nervous self.
We just can't all be charismatic all the time. Neither can I.
I mean, I don't know. I thought I was doing really good there for a moment. Ugh.
If I wasn't a gemstone dearie, I would have done the talking for you.
I don't know about that because do you know Gnomish?
Oh, you were speaking Gnomish.
Yeah, I was.
I thought you just got something stuck in your throat.
Wow.
How offensive.
Take offense to that, madam.
That was quite rude.
That's
Granny,
coming
you
from
might be
someone that
old.
also knows Abyssal.
Yeah, the phlegm involved in that. Oy
Oh.
vey.
Oi!
Let's keep going and keep an eye out.
Oh yes, pitfalls. We've just been talking and walking.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and whoever wants, you can make a perception check with advantage, as you have been
I
warned.
can try that if you want to.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay.
Can I try it even though I'm in your pocket?
I'd say for you, you would just make a straight perception check.
Okay.
Because looking through the fabric, you'd have disadvantage. So
Okay.
just straight roll.
21.
Okay.
19.
Okay. So you actually both are able to notice the pitfalls. Lydia, you also notice that there is a rather large for a spider
Hate this.
just chilling out on the outside of Artemis's pant leg. Just sitting there.
Now, don't freak out, Art. Don't freak out. But there is.
That is the worst way to start a
Don't
sentence.
freak out. You may have a large spider on you when you turn around. No, don't move very fast. No. Let's just take a stick and brush it off of you.
Guys,
Okay.
it
Yeah.
may be a spider. It may also be a spider.
Fine.
Now's
You
not the time
know,
for
like
jokes, Vera.
the kind that can turn also into a bird.
Yes.
Yeah, like the gnomish friend we just made. Maybe.
Just,
Either
you
way,
know, it's a possibility. I've done it before.
Either way, I'm going to take a big stick and kind of knock it off Art's pants.
Wait.
Yes. Yes. Before I do that, what?
I look down at it. Oh gosh. And in Gnomish, we're not bad people. I just kind of got scared of you possibly, I don't know, punching me or my friends. Sorry about that. You can hang out on here. I just. Wow, that's a big spider, huh?
Yeah.
Does it do anything?
As you do that, it basically takes one step up your leg and just sort of sits there.
Don't do it with your hand, dude. Don't.
Yeah.
This isn't even the dude, it's just an actual spider.
Spider's like, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
I don't even speak Gnomish.
What are you saying? Crazy.
Fancy words.
This person ain't
magic man.
showered in a couple of weeks. I got some good flies coming around here later.
Do you want to on you, or do you want to both?
I feel. Would it be rude if this spider is not actually a man? Ugh, and we just knocked out my.
Explain how you feel that it's creeping you out, and apologize for knocking it off. If it is an actual spider, it doesn't care, and if it's a person like me, then they will understand.
If I kill it,
Please do not.
why? Okay.
Just-
What?
Just on the odd chance that it's just an abnormally large spider. Unbelievable.
If you do kill it, it'll
Um,
turn back into whoever it was, and if it was a
Exactly.
spider, then it's a dead spider.
Exactly.
Okay, just brush it off. Just
Oh, just brush. Okay,
I was
on
gonna
the
s-
branches from it, the
Ja-
leaves, and just kind of brush it off like a.
Okay.
I
We're
don't
not
know.
bad
holds
people,
on.
but if we killed it,
Oh!
Go ahead and I'll say
would.
make a. Are you trying to brush off? So I'll say go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Oh god.
Because you're really not using strength to try to knock it off at this point.
4
You hit me in the groin.
and 2.
Cup check. Nope. So you brush over it, and as you sort of run your little like branch over it, it scuttles around to the back of Artemis's leg.
You know, I'm not helping.
Are we going
You know
to
what?
do more drastic measures? Because I'm not liking this thing. It's.
Yeah. Dude, if you're okay, if you're all that lovely, may I say, lovely, wonderful-looking rock gnome, you don't need to hide. Just like you could just like pop on my shoulder and just like hang out for a bit. Yeah. Anyways,
Go ahead and make a
But,
persuasion check.
Art, maybe you could give it like a. If you do this, then we understand. If you do that, then we know you're not a spider.
5. Maybe it just doesn't want to be known as a dude or spider. Maybe it's a spider and I'm just going crazy.
Well, it could be just a spider, but
As you're saying that, it all of a sudden you feel crawls straight up your back and is now on top of your head.
Yeah, okay, I think it's just him being okay. You know what? That's fine. It's fine. We're fine. My hair's very
you don't look
pretty.
fine, Art.
I will be pretty keen. That's
Does
great.
anybody have a mage hand?
No, it's fine. We're buds now. He's a
I've
gnome.
mage
I'm
armor,
a
but
gnome.
not
like,
mage
no,
hand.
Maybe a gnome.
I don't have mage hand.
I have mage armor, but not mage hand.
Don't need a secret flame it.
I have a
I was
bottle
considering
of
of
liquor.
producing flame it, but
No, it's fine.
don't
it's
really
fine.
want to.
He's our buddy. I don't want to touch you. I'm sorry.
I would like to detect magic on the spider.
Alrighty then.
Probably should have done this first.
Yes, he's a spider.
Nothing is glowing.
All right, and I would know for sure that through wild shape is a magical effect. So I'm going to produce flame it.
Not on the head.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Oh,
All right.
on the head.
My hair! Not again! You're going to give me a bald spot.
again,
Well, you went completely bald. So I
Yeah.
know.
That's a rather large bald spot, yeah.
21.
Okay, so that'll hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
why are we doing this, y'all?
Because it's fun.
What?
That
Slap
is-
stick.
9 points of fire damage.
As you're having this conversation, you watch as Fury's eyes go a little wide, and then all of a sudden, just and this mote of fire just explodes above your head.
No! Friend, maybe?
As you turn around quickly and look down, this spider is now laying on its back, its legs all curl up.
Yeah.
It did not turn back into a gnome.
Yeah, I've noticed. Oh.
It appears
that
that
was-
it was in fact just an oversized spider.
Gross.
Yep, definitely just a spider.
Keith.
All right, let's
I poured
continue
my heart
on.
out to it. I
Wasn't
tried
that
to
exciting?
save it.
Yeah, I see what
I
you mean
guess-
about the outdoors, Murdoch. Oof.
Burned
Yeah.
to a crisp. I touch my head.
It seems Fairy did a pretty good job. Your hair is still there.
Clean cut. Just
Well, maybe they saw me trying to protect not them, perhaps could have been them, and didn't notice my goodwill after the fact.
before we
Somewhere in the trees.
incinerated
And
it.
I look towards the trees.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh my god. It feels like somebody wants to sell me something.
There's actually 5 more spiders in the tree behind you.
What was that, Art?
12.
Don't see anything.
We're just walking into a whole druid forest, and we're gonna be like, we're looking for some people, and they're gonna be like, we eat dirt.
Druids don't eat dirt.
That's a little more racist than the other comment.
Some druids eat dirt.
How do you know?
I know druids. That
Really?
eat dirt. Yeah, I do.
It's gross.
Rocks
Apparently
too.
I don't.
They swallow rocks to help break up their food.
I thought that was dinosaurs.
When you're a
And
bird,
birds.
that's appropriate, but not when you're the person.
I said what I said.
Eventually, you find yourselves entering around a bend into this rocky crag. And as you turn in, you can see there's a small sort of crack in the face of it. And Artemis, for you, it is the perfect height. It almost looks like a doorway. The rest of you, as you see it, it's going to be a little bit of a tight fit should you make your way within. But you do notice Artemis. Well, I should say, Artemis, you do recognize that there are some symbols that seem to be carved very lightly into the face around this opening. They are in Gnomish, and it is the word gravelwood.
Okay, well, found the front door. I think. I hope. Of gravelwood.
You know, I should have
Murdoch?
expected that. Yeah.
Yeah, you might,
I mean, with a town that's only one height, I
Yeah,
mean,
and
why make things taller?
hard to find, like the rumor said.
should we... Only the small people go in? Should only I go in? No, I should not.
No.
No, that's a bad
I'd love
idea.
to go in with you, Artemis, but I'd have to go in a pocket.
That is
Um,
true.
I don't see that helping.
Well, considering
Maybe
what
you
we're
can-
here for, we don't have to necessarily stay here. We just need to ask the people here if they've seen anything, right?
True.
Yeah.
Do we want to go in, or do we want to wait for people to come out and just accost them with questions?
I feel like we should just go in. I mean, who knows when someone
Well,
may
thinking
or
stick
not.
together probably better.
I feel like going in would be like an invasion.
Is there
Not
any kind
really.
of like?
We're not going into. We're not going in.
Imagine someone setting foot in your house without expecting them.
Fireballs
It's not your
blazing.
house. This is a town.
True.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just like walking into any other town. Although they might be more surprised to see us than some other places, but
Oh,
No, we've been in our fair share of odd and strange towns.
True.
yeah, weirdly racist towns.
Or towns with really weird customs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me go first, and then we'll, just see how it goes.
Sure.
Oh boy.
Okay. So as the group starts to enter the gnomish stronghold of Gravelwood, that's where we're calling into tonight's session. Thank you very much for those of you who checked notes. Oh, hey, I just noticed. I'm sorry, I missed a couple of chats here. We got Happy Capster. Oh, I don't know when that raid. Oh, jeez. Happy Capster brought a raid in with 11 people at some point, so I apologize that I missed
Oh,
that in
wow.
the chat or whenever you guys popped in. Thank you very much for swinging by.
You.
We will be back next Monday to see how our party makes do with their journey into Gravelwood. As apparently Artemis was thinking the spider that was slowly creeping up on them was a friend, was just in fact an incredibly hateful, eight-legged little demon. So remember, folks, when you're known for getting into trouble for touching shiny objects, and your party is it, I don't know if we should touch it, add your proficiency bonus when you make that wisdom check before deciding on whether or not to reach out and grab it. Or you might end up cursed as a gemstone. So thanks, folks. We will see you next week. Have a great week.
Hey.